Hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to be alone for a minute because Tim's going to be running the grill in a minute, so I'm just going to put you down. Yeah, so that salad the other day that I made, the tricolored pasta salad, I put the recipe up for you because I didn't video it, and again, I apologize for not videoing it. But today, I've got the stuff out, and it's not going to be exactly the same, and that's the wonderful thing about the salad. It's not going to be exactly the same as what we did that day because we have different things on hand. First things here, I'm going to show you. I've got my water's about ready to boil. I'm going to put salt in that. I say not to salt until it boils or the salt goes at the bottom. We've got corn on the cob. Oh, salt's getting hard. We have corn on the cob on the boil. As you can see, I have milk and a little bit of sugar in it. So what do you put in your corn on the cob on the boil? I found milk and a little bit of sugar on Facebook a while ago, and I tried that, and I have been really loving it. So it's kind of cool. And so I'm going to be putting my pasta in the water right now. The other thing I want to show you before I get going is we're going to have these kebabs, and here they are. The first one right here is barbecue. The second one is teriyaki, and the third one is lemon. And I'm not going to say that I put those together because normally I do. I obviously put them together quite a lot. I didn't put them together this time because I wanted to know which ones I would like, and I didn't want to make a lot of something I didn't like. So I tried those three in particular from Hannaford's this weekend, and there's just a beautiful wafting smell. So barbecue, teriyaki, and lemon. And I'm going to try them and see, and then we can make some of our own so we're not wasting a lot of ingredients on something we might not like. It's been a good week for us here. We're starting to prepare for getting ready, for fall and the next wave of the pandemic, I hate to say. So we have been working on filling our freezers and the garden, and so today Tim and I had bought a whole bunch of pork on sale for $1.99 and $1.49, and I repackaged those things today. We were in the freezer and found a big bag that we had put together of deer, I don't know what you want to say, scraps maybe. They still had deer meat on them, and they were good, but they weren't enough to do like a steak or this or that. And he ground all those scraps today and made sausage. So we didn't put it in the links. We made it, like hamburger consistency, so we can use those when we're making different fun things. And that's going to be cool. And let's see, a couple of other things we did today. I don't know. Anyways, we've been working, went out, pulled a few more things from the garden, got these today. Here we go. These are one of the things that are going to go in our salad today. These are the sun and gold. These are supposed to be yellow or orange, the sun and gold. And these are this one's kind of broken open. I hate to show it to you, but it's kind of broken, but it's the right red. These are just the regular cherry. I did pull one off that wasn't broken so you could see the cherry, but it should be darker red than that. So I only have two regular cherry, and the rest is all the sun and the gold. The sun and the gold, best ever. I don't know if you've ever tried them or anything, but they're the best ever in the garden. They're just like candy. You can sit there in the garden and just keep popping them in your mouth. They're so good. So I'm going to start cutting up for the salad here. Everything's on the boil, and I'm going to send you down here over to the cutting board that I've got going on here. There we go. And I am going to start with, I have an onion that's already partially worked on here, so I'm going to continue to use it. So how did your weekend go? We just got caught in the rain on the 4-wheel and loving it. We just went out for a little wind therapy from all the work. I made that pie today earlier, as you saw, and that was super fun, and I cannot wait to break into that and see how good that, or taste how, not see how good, that doesn't make any sense, taste how good that is going to be. My sister Shiloh said she'd totally help me eat it if we'd like, because any berry pie, she's all on top of it and ready to assist and give her opinion on how the flavor is. So hope to see her maybe tomorrow come and help us eat it, because one pie is really a lot for Tim and I. Tim will eat a piece, maybe two, and then I will the same, but a whole pie over a few days I don't need the calories. But so I'm cutting up random little pieces of regular onion. Oh, I don't want to forget my other onion too. I gotta go get those out of the refrigerator. And I'm going to use the cherry tomatoes that I just got out. It's so fun every time you make the salad. Susie Stone was one of the people that answered or watched the video, didn't watch the video because it wasn't a video, read the recipe and said, yep, very versatile. You can do anything you want with it. It's kind of a no-brainer. You can put anything you have. When I made it last time and I put the recipe up, but I forgot to video it, I had made it with some kielbasa that I had grilled the night before on the grill, and I thought, well, that would be good. So I made it with pepperoni and kielbasa, and so it was kind of fun to have that extra level of flavor of that kielbasa that had been on the grill. That was super good. So, yeah. And the tricolored, the vegetable, if you call it vegetable, tricolor. Well, this one's called Wacky Mac. It's called vegetable spirals. Anyways, that's usually what you make it with. But to be honest with you, there's no hard fast rule. You can do any kind of pasta you want. I just like the veggie pasta when it comes to this salad. It doesn't take long for that pasta to boil. It's already on the boil over there. So, okay, there's my onions. And I'll throw those in already. Oops, there's my bowl. I'm already starting to throw stuff in. I'm going to step away for a minute because I got to grab my onions out of here. These are my ones from the garden. So I'm going to go back onto the cutting board here with the ones from the garden. Got a couple of good ones here with some heads on them, not just the, so use the ones with the heads. Tim likes to eat these at the table, so the ones with the heads on them I use in cooking. And now, as Sunny said, you know, use your fingers like this and rock back and forth. So that's what we're doing here to cut these. Can you see what I'm doing there? Yep, you can. Push it back a little bit. There you go. And so these are the ones from my garden. And oh my, I keep saying my garden. It's not my garden, it's our garden. It's Tim and I. It's our garden. I say my because you and I are videoing, but when Tim's videoing, I say our. But I should say our no matter what. So it's nice that we're starting to get some like these beautiful little cherry tomatoes and a few different things from the garden. I just grabbed some peas tonight and opened them while standing there. So I'm about ready to start picking pea pods tomorrow. And oh my god, of course I love peas. Peas are like ultimately one of my favorite. I'm not growing vegetables, I'm not growing broccoli in the garden anymore. I'm having a hard time with broccoli. I have a hard time, so can maybe you guys give me some hints? Because I did not grow broccoli this year on purpose because, to be honest with you, I have a really hard time when I'm eating my broccoli and then all of a sudden I find a worm. Yes, I know, you can put it in salt water, try that. You can just boil it off, see if it comes to the top, try that. And maybe you guys can help me out and give me some hints on what I can do to get rid of those worms, because I did not grow any broccoli this year because I can't stand one more time finding some worms when I'm halfway done or so eating my broccoli. Anybody else have that problem, or is it just me? Because yuck, yuck, yuck. I can't handle it. Okay, so we're going to put these in our bowl as well. Here we go. Don't you, oops, my thing is falling over. I hit it. Don't you love though sorry about that. Don't you love the bowl? I mean the thing that bends here. Isn't this cool? Yeah, I love it. Okay, so we got two different kinds of onions in there now. So we'll put this aside and we'll come back. I'm going to cut some of these beautiful tomatoes just in half, like this. And should I cut it in half, or no, I'm going to do quarters actually. They're pretty good size. They're very firm. They just came out of the garden today, so they're very firm. Usually I cut them in half though. I'm going to do quarters today for some reason. I didn't have these the last time I was making the other salad, so this is a nice different flavor. Like Susie and everybody else said, if you read the link, it's whatever you have on hand. It's kind of a no-brainer. And the only consistent thing is your Italian dressing. And but we're going to do like a handful of cheeses. I've got some different cheeses in there I'm going to put with this. I'm going to, oh look, I'll take this one little red one as well. Yeah, these are so good. So how is everybody's gardens doing? Drop me a line. Tell me how your garden's doing. Hey, don't just drop me a line. Take a picture of it. I want to see them. I want to see how they're doing. We are battling potato bugs. I thought I had it under control. I talked to somebody. Tim and I should say, play horseshoes on Friday nights, and I was talking to somebody there who has different hot houses or whatever you want to call them, and I asked him about the potato bugs. So I'm talking to him. I thought I was pretty safe and had them under control. I didn't pick yesterday because yesterday we were gone all day. And then so today I went to check them out just thinking, oh, I'm not going to find any, and holy moly, did I ever find a bunch. So we picked them, and then we jumped on the four-wheeler, and we always take them up to my sister Shyla's house, and we feed them to her chickens, who usually just jump all over before I can even have them hit the ground. But tonight, I think that they're really being bothered by the heat because they did not jump all over them. Just let them hit the ground, and I was like, oh. Okay, so here we go. This is going in the bowl. See how all these wonderful flavors were. The pasta's almost done. I'm just going to check it here while you're looking at that bowl full of fun. Just another minute and it's done. We'll have the salad together pretty soon. So look at the levels we've got already. And now we're going to grab a couple. Which one shall we take today? I think for color's sake, we got a lot of yellow. Let's use the red. Cut some of this red one up. There we go. There's always different ways to attack these. You can just clearly go right in through the top. You can do what I just did. Cut. Whoops, did you see me cut it in half? No, because the thing moved. I'm sorry. I literally cut it in half, and now, like Rachel Ray said, if you're a person who, these are sweet, but if you're working with hot onions and a person who can't stand that much hot, but you can do some, the hot's in the veins and it's in the seeds. So if you want it less hot, and again, these are not hot, but if you're working with them and they're hot, get all the seeds out of there and get all the veins out of there, because that's what's going to make it a little less brutal. So, I mean, you have to devein them anyways for the most part, but I guess you could be. As you can see, I'm getting all this out of here. Tim, you got to get these on the grill. I'm almost done. Well, the corn has only 56 seconds to it. So, yeah. There we go. Let me go over and... I thought you had already put them on the grill, but I missed it. Thanks, babe. Okay, so we're going to cut up a little bit of this. We're going to be random in the cutting. Let's pull ourselves back here. There we go. Random in our cutting. Thanks, babe. We just had a fun ride back. Oh my God! On the side of the road was something that was really cool. I've been collecting things for Sunny, of course, because she's pregnant, and I'm trying to get all these cute little baby things. On the side of the road during our four-wheeler ride tonight is something called a teeter-tot. It is so adorable. It's all wooden. It's on springs, kind of like a rocking horse is, but it's gorgeous. Okay, so everything's coming off here. All right, I'm going to turn this way down for now. That's done. The pasta I'm going to take out in just a second here. Oh, absolutely. I think the pasta is done. Yep. Okay, let me, give me just a minute here. I'm going to go grab a colander and get the pasta out. Oh, you know what? Silly me. It's in the dishwasher because I washed it. Wah, wah. Here we go. Okay, colander. I'm going to go grab this. Put this. And I'm going to rinse it with cold water. I've got it here. Rinsed it with cold water here. Oh. I'm rinsing it off with cold water to cool it down quickly because we're going to be eating very soon and I don't want it to be hot. So I'm running cold water through it. By the way, that's pretty hot with my fingers right off, silly me. Getting all the starch off and rinsing the cold water. Really the reason why I am doing the cold water is less starch, more just getting it cold. I don't want it to be hot because this is not going in the refrigerator. I think we're ready to eat in about 10 minutes. So this is getting very cold very fast. There, I'm gonna let it set right here now that I feel like it's almost all cold. And I'm gonna set it in here, put it right back on there, and let the water drip out, and then we'll come and we'll put it in our bowl here in a second. So I'm gonna turn you back around here. Sorry, this is what you have to do when you're all on your own, right? It's kind of how I have to do it when I'm on my own. So I'm back down here cutting the reds. Oops, is that a little too far? Yep, kind of random cutting the reds here. And I cut them lengthwise. I'm just going to kind of make a little whatever out of them here and there. Turn that fan down so I'm not talking above it. And everything is just random with this salad. There's no, like you saw, I call it a recipe, but it's really not a recipe. It was just a suggestion of things to put in it. Your tastes are what's going to drive this recipe, and it's really, really, really good. I didn't care for it at first. Danielle's the one that brought it into my life. It wasn't something I really cared for. She started going out with James years ago, and especially when they got married and stuff. She was doing a lot of cooking, and she brought home this recipe, and she had a recipe for it at first, and then after a while it just kind of morphed into we just put in it whatever we like. So I'm thinking proportionately I may just want a couple more pieces here, but not the whole thing. Looking at proportionately in the bowl. And so I've left my corn on low so that it stays hot, but I don't want it, I want it to stay moving a little bit. I don't want the corn just sitting in water because it'll take the sweetness away. So I've left it on low where it's still boiling a little bit. Okay, as you can see, I'm adding one more level of into the pan. There we go. Now I'm going to run and get some cheese over here. Let's see. Last time we spoke, I had every intention of, because that night I had cooked kielbasa. I cooked kielbasa and some sausage, some sweet Italian sausage. I was going to put the sweet Italian sausage in here on this time, and then Tim ate it for dinner, I want to say yesterday or something. So much for the sweet Italian sausage. But I want you to know that's the versatility. Go look in your fridge. What have you got? You can see I've got different onions here, onions from the garden. There's pepper. I could put all 3 different kinds of peppers in here, and that would be fine too, but not necessary for sure. Okay. Danielle puts Parmesan cheese in it as well. I'm not going to put Parmesan cheese because Tim doesn't care for it unless it's the stuff that is, he doesn't like the Kraft that you buy. He likes the stuff that comes from the deli aisle, and I didn't get any this time. So look how beautiful this is already. Check that out. Look at how gorgeous that is. So I'm going to add a couple more things here, and I've got plenty of room for more pasta because proportionately in the ingredients, I probably could put that whole pasta in there at this point. I think I can. Well, we'll wait for a minute and see. Oh yeah, because I've got pepperoni and stuff to put in there. So yep, I'm going to put the whole pasta in there. And then this time when I went to the store on Friday, I was like, you know what? Instead of taking pepperoni pieces and cutting them in quarters, I picked up the minis. Pretty cool. These are the only ones Tim won't snack on because I've asked him to leave these for me for salads for the summer. And he said, yes ma'am. So, because he is, oh God, Tim's so funny. He loves his popcorn at night, like 10 o'clock at night, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And he doesn't just have popcorn, doesn't he love to have pepperoni with it? So I always keep bags of pepperoni around. But these are awesome. Look at how cool they are. I'm going to try to pull you back down here where you can see what I'm doing. Look at how neat they are. These little tiny pieces they're just little. Yep, I'm just going to take them apart because they're all kind of stuck together a little bit here and put them into the salad randomly here. Look at how beautiful this is in color already. There's so many things you can put in here. Just open up your fridge, like if you have leftover peas. Carrots are awesome in here. Shredding carrots. I might just shred a carrot right now too. I love shredded carrots in here. And Tim does not care for carrots that are cooked, but oh my God, he loves them raw. So I'm going to go grab a carrot in a second so we can shred one in here as well. See, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, what can I toss in here? This salad is just, it's just so easy, and you just throw whatever. So there's really not a recipe. I'm not going to put a recipe up beside this one. I already wrote the how-to before a week ago, And then you're just getting some ideas of any of the ingredients right now. So I think you get the idea. I don't think you really need me to write this down beside the video. So I'm feeling pretty confident that, hey, shout out to Rebecca on my nails. Did you see? Aren't they pretty? I did my nails this week. I just don't do that kind of stuff because I'm working in the garden and my hands are never clean. But let's shout out to Rebecca Maury for nails. And Wild Child does them too. So those are the two people I buy my Color Street nails from. And it's one of the few things I can put on. It doesn't have, like, I don't take it off with chemicals when I take it off. And they're, I mean, you can get them for $10, $11, $12, or $13 depending on which one you buy. So I mean, you can be, and Rebecca very often does a $10 sale. I mean, that's one of her normal things she does. So you can, if you want to wait and not pay the whole $13, there you go. You can do that. I'm gonna go grab a carrot quickly so that I can shred one, and then after the carrot shredding, I'm going to put some different cheeses in here, and we're on it. How are you doing? Actually, I'm not going to shred a carrot. I don't need to shred it. I've got all these little ones. I'm just going to quickly cut in little circles, round circles. There we go. Those containers I'm using, shout out to Tupperware, and Dawn Miller is my local Tupperware person, and so isn't Jen Bouquet. I bought them from Jen Bouquet, however, and Dawn became a dealer from Jen. Those Tupperware, let me show them to you, actually. Super cool. I've pulled them out a couple of different times. I don't think you guys have realized what they are. I don't know what the line is called, but I'm going to show it to you. It has, let me close it, right here on the top, a slider that you can do it as no air at all, half, no, or, you know, like it's closed completely right here, or you leave it wide open. And there's a chart that comes with these that tells you what every fruit and vegetable, some of them need them closed completely, some of them need, like my berries, they need to be closed totally completely. However, my carrots can be half, and it's so there's a book that comes with it, and there's also pictures of it on the side. If you didn't see, I'll show you the side of the container. There's pictures of it, and I'll tell you what, especially with gardening season coming, and they give you there's a much bigger picture on some of the other containers, but here's the small one on the side of this one because this is an odd size container. It gives you a picture and tells you what your sliders look like. There's the one where you can have all the air. This one's closed off completely, and that's halfway. These will cost you, like, I bought the whole set. It was like $100 for the entire set. There's like 6 of them or something, different sizes for berries and celery and all kinds of stuff. But in the end, what you save, because you're sealing them correctly, than just putting them in Tupperware or buying carrots or something in the store and then taking that bag of carrots and sticking it somewhere. They deteriorate so fast in the bags and stuff, but they do not, and the air that's getting to them in these containers are amazing. So Jen Bouquet, shout out to you, and Dawn Miller, who's now also a dealer. So yeah, shout out to those girls, because you buy those keepers, and I wished I knew what the name of them was. Oh, maybe I do know. Hold on. Here we go. There you go. Fridge Smart. Fridge Smart containers. There you go. Tupperware Fridge Smart. And I'm here to tell you, there's a chart inside, see, that tells you, shows you a picture and then also lists all the different ones. And so you will save, I have not, absolutely have not thrown away any vegetables or berries or anything since I bought those containers, because just like my Food Saver bags, the ones where you take all the air out of them, how they save the life of your meats and everything in the freezer, these do the same thing for your fruits and vegetables in the refrigerator. Just crazy, the shelf life all of a sudden. So I would, I had to pay to get the Food Saver to start with. I know Mary Bryce Hislop is thinking of getting the Food Saver now so that she can use it too. She's been using wrapping paper, rewrapping all of her stuff from the store in meat paper like a butcher would do, but I was telling her how these bags are so much better, the food saver bags, like we just did this afternoon with all of the pork and stuff. It was awesome. Okay, there's my last carrot, which is plenty. Look how pretty this is. I keep picking it up and running my fingers through it so that we can look at this. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at all the color. So there's the only two things left. You'll salt and pepper it to taste at the table, if in fact you want any at all. And this is what I'm adding in here today. The other day I did like mozzarella, and then another day I had mozzarella and cheddar. This one is a combination of Monterey Jack, quesadilla, and what does the other one say? Asadero. I don't know what asadero is, but anyways, this is a great Mexican mix. So I'm going to put this in here because I had it open from the other day. I did something, and I'm just going to put it on top here, and then I'm going to rake that through. And once I'm done raking it through with my hands one more time, then I'm going to put my dressing on it, get a spoon, and stir it that way. So check it out, guys. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, I know I put the directions, and I know if you've been making this for years, you're all like, that's like a no-brainer. I just go to the shelf and I just say, oh, I have this and this and this today. I'm going to put it in there. But for people who've never made it at all, it's not a no-brainer for them. So I wanted to do a picture of it and show you what it was like. Excuse me.
Excuse me. I was in there first.
You were in there first. Thank you, dear. Okay, so he's pulling stuff off the grill, so you might get a quick picture of a quick glance at what it does look like, the coming off the grill, the kebabs. Here's my corn. It's gorgeous. See? Okay, and let's see. I'm going to, I need a big spoon. We talked about getting a big spoon so I can stir this. So here we go. All that you need to do now. Now, as far as this goes, you don't want it sitting in a ton of oil. So you're going to start like this and put a bunch on, and then you're going to stir it and see. You want everything evenly coated, but you don't want it to spend the next day or so in the fridge or even at the table. You don't want it sitting in a pile of oil at the bottom. So see how it's glossy? That means you've got enough, but it still isn't quite. Not even close? Okay. And look. See how glossy it is? And look on the bottom. I'm not sitting in a pool. I don't know if you can see or not. I'm not sitting in a pool. It's hard to show you. I'm trying to show you. But see how glossy it suddenly got? I might give it one more little shot here. And then I'm done. I do not like mine to be dry. I never like anything dry like this. I don't like dry salads. I don't like dry sandwiches. But I also don't want it sitting in a pool of Italian dressing. That's just too much and crazy and a waste. And there you go. That's how gorgeous that is. That is how absolutely ridiculously gorgeous this salad is. And how crazy simple. So, it's gardening season. Go to your garden. You can put zucchini in this. If your zucchini is ready, you can chop up bits of zucchini and put it in here. You can put your pieces of cucumber in here. You wanted to know summer salads. This one is a very basic, and I like the fact that the pasta, this wacky pasta, is a veggie. See? It's veggie spirals. So that's what I like about this. So it amps up the healthy part of it. It's not just pasta. And it's whatever I have. So I open the fridge, and sometimes I don't have half of this stuff, and I improvise with something else. I mean, you could even go peas from the garden. I just opened a few pea pods today just to see how they were, and the younger ones were nice and soft. So if you pick the younger pea pods, you could actually even pick the pea pods that haven't matured at all, and just put a full hands of little pods in here, like as if you were doing a stir fry. You can throw those in there, or you can actually open the ones that are 1/2 to 3/4 of the way matured but not hard yet, and you can open those up and throw the peas in there. You don't have to cook them because they're still soft enough. This is something you can make out of your garden. It's awesome. It's a fun salad, and I apologize for not having made a video before when I put the recipe up.
Except for the pasta.
But say that again. What'd you say, little bug?
I said except for the pasta.
Except for the pasta. So yeah, he's saying except for the pasta, everything else comes out of the garden. He's in the living room, literally listening to everything I'm saying instead of taping me, where he's really fun. But he's going back and forth to the grill, and he doesn't have to put the camera down and pick it back up and put it down. So, and again, any cheeses you have, mozzarella, cheddar, shredded. Swiss, whatever. Again, it's a lot of fun. You know, rainbows of this. These are all coming out of the garden soon enough. You can take regular tomatoes and bigger tomatoes and cut them up randomly and throw them in there. You don't have to have the small little cherry ones. So just go to your garden and pull stuff up and say, that would be awesome. I think I'm just thinking about the garden and how wonderful everything is in here. Cucumber and zucchini, and so yeah, there you go. It's amazing. It's healthy. There's no, like, you know, mayonnaise-y heavy thing in here, and it's really good for you and easy to make. So we're gonna have a different kind of salad and a different kind of kebabs tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're gonna be doing salmon kebabs, and I'm gonna be doing a salad that has some little salad shrimp, they call it, little itty bitty shrimp that you can use in salad. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm going to have a different set of salads and a whole different set of kebabs for you, because they're going to have salmon on them. Because I'm really kind of excited about that, and I don't know what I'm going to have for the other veggie yet, so we'll think about that. We'll probably pull some peas out of the garden. We'll see. So enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed this recipe a lot. Thanks.